What's up? Are we ready? Got your earplugs ready? Thank you for liking the stream. I love seeing the little thumbs go up. Well, I'm still at my parents' house, and we're gonna review Jessie Lee Ward's podcast. I had dropped off doing it because I was being a chicken, and we're back. We're back. I will tell you this. Maybe I should have a different background. I don't have my green screen with me, so it's just gonna be us and Jessie Lee Ward. The last one we listened to was from 2019, I think. Episode 22. So we're listening to... Oh, no. Episode 21 was the last one we listened to. We're listening to episode 22 and 23 today. Hello. Yeah, get your drink ready. I have a soda. I'm gonna try so hard not to blow our eardrums out. I don't know if this is gonna be possible. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm on main stereo, so hopefully, let me see. Do I need a little, I don't know. Oh, thanks for the like. Let's,
Hello?
Oh my gosh, I could tell it's gonna be so loud. Oh my god. Oh god. You can hear it. Oh geez. Save to your library? How are we? Oh my Lanta. I have a Zevia. Alcohol has been making me totally weird lately, then I can't sleep. I get it. Helena, what's up? Okay. Let me see. Blink twice if you can hear. Blink, I don't know. Wave a red flag if you need me to turn it down.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's Jessie Lee Ward. You can also call me #BossLee and or the People's Mentor. I want to thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. And today we're going to talk about how to speak things into existence. Why? Because I keep getting asked about it, because I've talked about goals a lot this year. I've talked about my life being incredible a lot this year. And so naturally, you've been wondering, how on earth can I speak my dreams into existence? What is this law of attraction thing? And I might even give you guys like a couple of things from scripture, because I think sometimes, well, I know a lot of you follow me who are religious. Some of you follow me who aren't religious at all.
You went to a craft fair for Colorado-based businesses today and there were 8 MLMs there? Okay. Yeah. So just give you an idea, I have her almost at silent on my board. Oh my god. We need to make this bigger so we can see the fun comments. Okay. I have it almost at 0, if you can imagine how loud it's going to be. Or was going to be.
I kind of attract a lot of everybody, which I love. Speaking of which, I hope you're all on track for your goals. You know, we are now, 14 days into the new year. I promised you I would deliver a podcast one time every 2 weeks at minimum. And y'all was good. Look what I did. Thank you for all the screenshots of this on Instagram, on Facebook, all over the place. I did try to respond to every single one. And if you haven't noticed, I repost a lot of them too. So make sure if you haven't already, you screenshot this, post in your story, and tell your friends to listen to it. Feel free to tag them in there too. And then I'll probably be sure to repost. So I hope you guys are having a great new year. 2 weeks in. Hope some of your things are coming true. I'm starting to get a little bit settled here in Dallas finally. That's not even really true. My house is still a disaster, but it's still a castle, sir. Come and visit whenever you feel like it. Y'all all have an open invitation, which I shouldn't say that because y'all will all come stomping down my house. But, it's a gated community. You could scale it like a little crazy, I don't know. It'd be great watching you guys climb the fences like a bunch of monkeys. It'd be awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get started in on this because
What? This has what we're at 100. Wait, maybe she's trying to do an intro. Maybe I should have done an intro. I don't know. Because she is going to be quoting scripture, I shall refer to her as Jesus Lee for the duration of this video.
Truly feel like I'm living the life of my dreams. I feel like I've manifested humans into my life. I feel like I have manifested friends into my life. I feel like I have manifested man into my life. I feel like I've manifested my business at where it is. I feel like I've manifested investments into my life. I really feel like I manifested the 2 best dogs on planet Earth. I mean, guys, I feel too blessed to be stressed. So I hope that I'm able to teach you how to do this in this episode of the podcast. So I actually like this quote a lot by J.K. Rowling, who y'all know wrote Harry Potter. She said, words are the most inexhaustible source of magic we can have. And so I want you guys to know that. I want you to know that you contain magic inside of you. What you speak has power. And so I want to give you a few pointers on how to use this power to your advantage and speak your dreams into existence. And I know that sounds amazing, right? And it works, and that's what makes it really so amazing. I think sometimes you don't realize that when you use certain words and when you accidentally even sometimes speak things into negative connotations, like you're ruining your life and you don't even realize it. So, you know, speaking things into existence maybe of course is not really magic, even though sometimes it's gonna feel like it. It's just another way of working with the law of attraction. So it's kind of like I tell you guys, hey, journal stuff down, hey, make vision boards, hey, tell a friend, have things accountable. But it's really about focusing things into being. So when you focus on things, when you give things energy, when you pour your heart and soul and energy into things, you start behaving as if. You start focusing on the things you want instead of the things that you don't want. You start bringing things into your life because naturally you start behaving in accordance with the goals and things that you want to be part of your reality. So how do we do that? Well, guys, I know it sounds crazy, but just speak about it. Speak about the things you want to happen. And I'm telling you, they happen because again, your attention on something for long enough is going to manifest itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you I'm gonna give you a quote from scripture, actually. So hopefully,
oh
this
my
doesn't
God,
weird
how did you
out,
know,
but
Melissa?
I think this is pretty powerful. So this is actually Proverbs, verse 18 through 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Like, guys, I mean, whether you are religious or not, the power of your tongue. Some of you don't even realize it, but when you say, oh my gosh, I'm so broke, when you say, oh my gosh, I'm so fat, when you say, oh my gosh, I'm always sick, when you say, oh my gosh, no one wants to be my friend, well, the power of your tongue.
Can I just say this for everyone in the chat or whoever ends up listening to this? You're not going to speak yourself sick, okay? Like, get that fear out of your mind. The fact that she's saying this is freaking ridiculous.
Come on, man. Come on. You're eating that fruit. When you're saying, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm talented, I'm a millionaire, I attract amazing recruits to our team, I'm an incredible salesperson, I'm the best leader. When you start saying those things, the power of the tongue, like, let's go. All right, so tip number 1 that has nothing to do with religion, speak with optimism. So speak with hopefulness, speak with enthusiasm, speak with knowing, speak with assuredness. Because when you speak about your dreams and desires, it's important to talk about them with passion and with trust. Guys, if there's any word that describes me that you guys say all the time when you're reviewing me on iTunes, because I see those reviews and I love them and they set my heart on fire, you call me passionate. Well, if you're not going to do it with passion,
bye,
don't
Jamie.
do it at all. You're wasting your time. You're wasting everyone's time around you. So talk about them with passion and trust, meaning trust that God or the universe or whatever you believe in is listening and is going to deliver. Like, have you noticed it does? And of course, this gets easier with practice because once you've seen it happen over and over again.
I would not have blamed anyone if you have to bail on this because holy crap.
Again, you start to have more confidence in the creation process, right? If you start saying, you know, I'm going to run a multi-million-dollar business, you know what might happen? You just might do it. When you start saying, hey, the next time that our company has a product launch, I'm going to be the number 1 salesperson, you just might become the number 1 salesperson. If you start saying every day I'm going to wake up positive and happy and grateful, you know what might happen tomorrow? You might wake up positive and happy and grateful. You might surprise yourself. So just like when you use affirmations, you've got to believe in what you're saying. Like, you gotta believe it to see it. Do you hear what I just said? You've got to.
Okay, so the reason why I started reviewing this podcast is because it is her own words that we have been using to listen that kind of pull the rug out from under stuff that she has said currently. Now, I'm not saying that you can't grow and change. I'm saying sometimes she never acknowledges what she said in the past, and what better way to debunk some of the stuff she says than herself? And so that's why we started reviewing it, and then kind of had a run-in with some people. So I just had been putting this off because it was, I don't know, uncomfy for a while. But I'm back. I think it's important to review it. I don't know. If this is going to start stuff up again, I say I don't care. I'm just going to try to get thicker skin at this point.
To believe it, to see it. If you don't believe something's going to become reality, you're never going to see it. You're never going to have the vision. It's like you've got to visualize the dream house way before you've got the dream house. You've got to visualize the perfect partner way before you find the perfect partner. You've got to visualize what the best friend would be like in excruciating detail. Write it down before the best friend comes into your life. Okay?
Is this why?
Next tip. Don't tell the party poopers, okay? Look, we all got those, quote-unquote realists
Me? I
in
don't
our
know.
lives who like to poo-poo, poo-poo, poo-poo. All right? You sounds like poop, smells like poop, might be poop. All over our hopes, our dreams, our wishes, our ideas, our realities. Don't share your dreams with those little party pooper terrorists. Listen, if your mom is the most negative human that you know on planet Earth, don't tell your mom about your dream of running $1 million business, okay? If your dad is he lives in, a cabin in the woods and never wants to get out of there and says that the whole world is falling apart and everybody's
Hi, Marmeow.
and the government's gonna come get you and attack you, and I don't even know what I'm saying. Like, don't tell your father your dreams, right? These people are gonna discourage you with their judgment, and they're gonna make you wish you never said anything. And anyone who's willing to poo-poo on your dreams, listen, that person is not worthy of hearing your dreams, because your dreams are for positive people, and people who are gonna build you up, and people who are gonna cheer you on, and people who are gonna help you manifest these dreams into your life, okay? So instead of telling the party poopers, speak things into existence with the people you know are going to react positively. The ones who support your vision, the ones who cheer you on. Y'all all know who your cheerleaders are. Matter of fact, you should screenshot this podcast right now and tag your cheerleader and say, thank you. You know who you can trust. Tell those people. Appreciate those people. Get around those people more.
Yeah.
Get around the people
Have
who
boundaries.
build you up. Come on, man. All right. What can I say?
Exactly,
All right, so
Karina.
I'm going to give you another piece of scripture because I think it's really cool. All right. This is 1 Peter verses 3 through 10. Whoever desires to love life and see good days, let him keep his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Y'all, you start talking negatively about other people, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to have a fulfilled life. Because it's just like karma. What you give, you get back tenfold. So you better focus on things you want, things you desire. Keep the poo-poo off your tongue. Keep the evil off your lips. Give no energy to things you don't want. And you better start watching. You better watch them work, man. Watch how things start to shift in your life. I'm telling you, man. All right, next tip. Watch your wording. Look, watch your...
Can I just say this real quick? I think she's confusing, again, not that we're going to go into a whole scripture thing. Deceit is different than negativity, and she basically switched out deceit for negativity. So, what is your point? Why don't you just say, like, hey, I don't really like negative people in my life? She just Googled verses for faith manipulation. Could be, totally could be.
Your wording for real. This is for serious people. Getting good at speaking your dreams into existence. You better go to school. You better go to practice. You better get some practice. You better get some discipline, because more often than not, a lot of us are complaining about what we don't want instead of praising what we do want. Look, how many times you gotta tell somebody you don't want to be fat? You don't want to look like a water buffalo when you go to Hawaii next week. You don't want to be poor. You don't want that.
Apologies. I didn't realize we were going to be fat shaming in this podcast. I mean, there just needs to be a generic trigger warning for everything on the planet because what the hell? What the hell? Bye, D. Okay, for sure. Definitely take care of your mental health. Hope you have a great sleep.
What even is that? You better stop that, okay? You better stop that right now in its tracks. You better take that train off the tracks, okay? You gotta watch your wording. Every time you're tempted to complain or vent or whine, okay, someone better call the ambulance.
Yes, Melissa, yes.
Okay, you better turn it into a sentence of gratitude. Like, I hate it when my boyfriend doesn't listen to me. You could say, I love it when my husband decides to listen. I think I said boyfriend, and then I said husband. That's fine. Or you could say, instead of being like, oh, being late to work gives me tremendous anxiety. You can say,
hey, Fizzle Sticks.
I love getting to work early because getting to meetings early calms me down.
No worries.
You get the idea, people. If it's absolutely impossible to turn your complaining and whining into something we're talking about, you just bibbidi-bobbidi-boop, move it right along to something else. All right, keep it moving, baby. All right, look, just keep moving along. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. All right, so talk about something else. You know how that goes. Something makes you feel good, because feeling good is definitely a key to manifesting. What good is complaining? None. There's nothing good about complaining. So instead of that, shift your energy, shift your focus. Positive attracts positive. Let's go, go, go.
Positive attracts positive.
Next tip.
Here's the number one reason that I am not on team believe in manifestation at all. Because I don't, with every fiber of my being, believe that people make themselves sick. Because if you think that you're manifesting things into your life, then that rule has to apply to everything. So it's not just good you're manifesting in your life. Apparently, the additional side that you have to take into account if you believe in this is that you're manifesting negative into your life. And I don't get on board with that. I don't think people think themselves sick. I don't think people ask for themselves to be sick. I don't. I really don't. And so if you believe in manifestation, okay, I don't, because if you're talking about a rule that applies to everything, it can't just apply for the good stuff. It applies to the bad stuff, and I don't believe that. I don't. I didn't listen to her today in her stories. This is from 2019 in the January 2019.
I highly suggest you throw it out there, okay? Share your hopes and dreams with the right people. I'm serious. You've got to tell more people about your hopes and dreams. Matter of fact, I want to know your hopes and dreams. I loved how many of you screenshot that last podcast and tagged your goals for the year on there. Some of you wanted to hit 7 figures. Lots of you wanted to hit 6 figures. Lots of you wanting to make your first $1,000 a month as a side business. I love that, man. Okay, you've got to tell people your hopes and your dreams, because not only is that universe listening and working to make it happen for you, but you're going to be surprised how many people want to help you. They want to cheer you on. They want to know how they can hold you accountable, okay? They want to know this. I mean, I'm just telling you, throw it out there, see what happens, okay? Worst case scenario, nothing immediate comes of it. Best case scenario, your whole freaking life changes. And I'm telling you, let me go ahead and give you something very directive, okay? Very directive coaching on this. I want y'all to get out a sheet of paper right now. Pull over, I don't care. Whatever you need to do, get in the notes section of your phone. And while you're doing that, go over to Apple or wherever you're watching this and review this podcast, all right? Because I do fans of the week, all right? I love something. Some of y'all from this last podcast, these reviews were so sweet. Man, you got me all up in my feels. I read every single word. Y'all know I am words of affirmation. I am receiving gifts. Y'all mail me gifts. And
we also found out a few weeks ago that that people from her team were leaving her comments, and she read Aaron B's comment. I sent her a message and told her about it, and she hopped in the chat on the stream. And it's like, that's great that you have people supporting you. I know that some of y'all know people who have podcasts and you support them too. I just find it the speaking this into existence, I don't take a ton. I take it with a grain of salt because she is getting a lot of her own team to support her with good reviews. When if your podcast is actually making an impact, wouldn't a lot of the reviews not come from people on your team? I don't know.
And I love every single one, and the cards that you mail with them, I'm crying. Oh, I'm a little baby mush ball. But let me tell you, all right, so the fan of the week this week is Crystal Lands, and she says 5 stars. I love her podcast, exclamation, exclamation. I saw her talk at GoPro 2018. I can't get enough of her. She's always full of energy, and I admire that. She's full of knowledge and offers so much advice for free, in all caps. Thank you, Jesse, for speaking to me, and I think of you as my mentor. Well, thank you, Crystal. Look, y'all, free. This is free 99. If you haven't already shared this with a friend, you are being stingy with your goodness. That is a rude friend, because I'm telling you, you got people in your life who need to know how to bring good things into their life. All right, so, like I said, you got your pen and your paper out. I hope you do. If you don't, get it out right now, okay? I want specifics. I want you to write down 2 things in crazy specifics that you want in your life. I'll take 2. Let's do 2. All right, so let's say you want a car, all right? How many of y'all on here writing down a car right now? I don't want it just to be a car. I want you to write down the exact car. Matter of fact, you might as well pull over the side of the road, get out the laptop.
Not this one in particular, but where do most people go to listen to podcasts? This is it. So Jessie Lee Ward repeats a lot of information, which y'all know how I feel about that. I hate putting duplicate information across multiple platforms. The only reason that I put my Instagram snoop-ins on YouTube is because there's a large chunk of you who don't have social media like Instagram or other stuff. And so I'm happy to put that on YouTube because you can't get it. And so she'll put this podcast on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on all, and then she'll take the audio and put it through, what's it called? Anchor. And then she'll post it to Google, to Spotify, to Apple. So I'm playing this through Spotify right now, but again, it's not unique information. She has these videos other places too.
Laptop, get out. Well, I don't know why you have to drive with a laptop. Get out your phone, go to the website of the car. I want to know what kind of car, what year of car, what color car. Don't just say red. Is it called Ruby Red Crush? Is it called, Super Duper Red? Is it called Ruby Red? Is it called
Agree, Melissa.
I don't know, red. Okay, whatever it's called, rojo. All right, whatever it's called. I want to know the exact paint color. For serious. What kind of door? Is it 2-door? 4-door? Okay, do we have a sunroof? Do we have like a Rolls Royce, one of those phantom roofs, the ones with the stars on there, like, ooh, starry night. Okay, what is our roof looking like right now?
So from a marketing perspective, not that this matters, but you want to give value on different platforms. And if you want people to follow you on different platforms, you don't want to repeat stuff across every single one. Now, the entire goal is to, in my opinion, serve your audience. And so you can break rules if it means serving your audience. However, the way she does it, there's nothing unique on any of her platforms. So that you see repeated information on Facebook, you see repeated information on YouTube, on her podcasts, and so it doesn't really make people want to follow on multiple platforms, in my opinion. Okay, good night, Melissa. Have a great evening. Play.
Wanna know what the rims look like on this car. I wanna know what color interior's on this car. I wanna know what it smells like in that car.
Good point.
I wanna know if it's fully loaded. I wanna know if the back seats
Yep.
got TVs.
Very good point.
I wanna know if it's got 3 rows. I wanna know what kind of sound it makes. Y'all ever turned on a nice car before? Let me tell you, it's a sexy sound sometimes. All right, I want to know all the details, because how you going to manifest something in your life if you're half button the details? Ain't never going to come into your life because your brain does not know what to focus on, okay? All right, so now y'all got your car. That's good.
I'm going to put
job.
this up here.
All right, go find that car online now and print it out, put it on a dream board. All right, next thing thing you're going to manifest. You're going to manifest a human in your life. All right? Y'all ready to manifest a human?
No, we're not.
Well, I mean, I'm over here like SpongeBob for some of y'all. Like, I'm ready. For real, though. Look, you can do this with whoever you want. It can be a romantic relationship. It can be a friendship. It can be whatever. If you're sick of having poo-poo people in your life, you need to start manifesting better humans in your life.
Okay.
If this is a business relationship, for sure, you can start thinking about the perfect.
Then how did this happen where she ended up in court with the people that she destroyed the house for? They didn't manifest her into their lives. And how did this happen with all of her romantic relationships that she has trashed on? Did she manifest those people into her life too? Like, where do the rules stop and start?
Perfect team members. Start getting laser specific. Y'all, I don't care how crazy this sounds. You need to start visualizing what this person looks like. And I mean down to the dirty details. I want to know what color their hair is, what color their eyeballs are, how tall they are, the way they walk, the way they dress, the way they talk. What kind of shoes do these people wear? You need to know these things. Okay, how do they sit down when they're eating? Do they know how to properly cut their food? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, do they know how to switch the fork from the left hand to the right hand after they're done cutting it? Does that matter to you? If it matters to you, you need to write it down. You need to be specific with this stuff. How do these people talk to their parents? How do these people talk to their friends? How do these people handle
Christina.
their money? How do these people walk into a room? How do people, react to their energy? Y'all, all of these things are important. You've got to write this stuff down. How influential is this person, right? What is this person's, what is their diet like, right? What is their exercise routine like? And I know this is sounding crazy to some of you, but I'm telling you, if you get laser focused on it, if you think about it all the time, if you start thinking about I'm going romance now. Start thinking about the kinds of dates this person would be taking you on. Think about the kinds of places you'd be going. Think about the kinds of trips you'd be taking. Think about the kinds of, vehicles you'll be driving together. The kind of home you're going to be living in together. What kind of vehicles do y'all drive together? How do people look at you when you guys are together? You need to think about this kind of stuff. What kind of, do they speak your love languages? What kind of love languages do the people that you want to be?
How do people look at you when y'all are together? Why would that be a factor in a relationship? Do you care about what other people think about you? Maybe some people do. I don't know. I don't know. Listening to her, this was supposed to be manifesting dreams into reality, #Bossly, the people's mentor, episode 22. And her little blurb was how to speak your dreams into existence. So she's kind of on track, but we're also incredibly confused. At least I am. Because it seems like she's, within this episode itself, contradicting herself.
Be in a relationship with? What kind of love languages do they have? Are they good communicators? Do they like to read? Do they love TV? Do they play video games? Hopefully not. Like, what kind of things do you want your partner to have, y'all? Some of you wonder why you got a weird partner, no partner, bad partner, should be a husband. Because you're not thinking about these kinds of things. You're flopping around through life all kinds of shiggity shocked that you got Larry losers surrounding you because you didn't think about it. Right? So start thinking about it.
She has mentioned this multiple times, this Larry loser. She's used it to describe people who have signed up with her on her team. She's used it here. Maybe it's just a descriptor for her, but it's probably incredibly insulting for the people that fall into that category. And we've heard her do it on her podcast. We've heard her do it on videos before. And it's just, I'm not sure why people want to join her team to get treated like that. Do both partners in this relationship have to both manifest at the same time? Good question, Fizzlesticks. Because, if the rules are true, maybe someone is, like, you're manifesting a positive to you and then you're the negative for them. We don't know.
The the pen to the paper. Let's go. You need to know what you want. You need to know what you want them to smell like. I don't care if it sounds crazy. Write it down. You know,
It is
98% of
degrading.
you women on here listening know you know exactly what kind of cologne you want your man wearing, and you just never tell him. Well, maybe you should start telling him. Isn't that right, Wookie? Wookie's about to bark because she knows what kind of man she wants. All right, but seriously, do it. Do it with your friends. Is this person trustworthy? Is this person loyal? Is this person showing up to everything you need him to show up for? You know, just think about these kinds of things. How does this person, back to romance, here we go. How do they handle your children? You know, if you're going to have a child with this person, how do they parent? You need to know. You need
Premature
to know these things,
manifestation.
guys. How else are you going to manifest these blessings
Yep.
into your life? I have a
It's
friend tell me,
disgusting.
she cracked me up. I said, your husband really is very handsome. She said,
Yep.
I've been manifesting that and praying for that since I was a little girl. I knew I was going to have a handsome husband. I love it. Y'all just get specific on this kind of stuff, okay? Get very specific. Understand what you want in life is at your fingertips if you start acting grateful, if you start getting specific, if you start speaking these things into existence as if they already exist. And I'm telling you, it works for everything. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm living, walking proof about it so much. So I hope y'all got some blessings from this podcast. I hope y'all got some value. If you did, I know it was free $99. So all I ask you to do is share it with a friend, share it with 10 friends, share it with all your friends, share it to your teams, do whatever. Start getting your teams to manifest making millions, manifest their goals, manifest driving the company car,
That's awesome, Marmia.
the trips your company gives away, manifest bank accounts that have lots of zeros in them. Get some commas up in there, girl. Whatever you need to do, right?
Damn.
Give this to your team so they
Hi,
understand
Shadow.
the power of it. Because right now, they might be sitting in a trailer park, all kinds of unhappy. If they're in a trailer park and they're happy, God bless them. I'm good
Oh
on 'em,
my
right?
God.
If they're unhappy in that trailer
The
park and
elitist
they got clothes
crap.
they hate to wear and they're eating food they don't want to eat and they don't know what to do, but they're in business with you, make them listen to this. Make them listen to this and make them know they can change their life if they start changing their thoughts. So I said this is all about y'all. Change
Oh my
your
God,
thoughts.
Sky,
Change
you're
your
hilarious.
world. My name is Jessie Lee Ward. You can also call me #BossLee.
I'm
also
manifesting
formerly
a
known as
microphone.
People's Mentor. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for reviewing. Thank you for getting this message out there. I hope that you got some value today.
We
and I
did
will
not.
talk to you
We did
soon.
not.
Have an amazing rest of your day,
Can-
night, weekend, weekday, whatever day it is, whenever you listen. That's the beauty of podcasts. Have a good one, y'all. I'm out.
Can you imagine how, discouraging it would be to be stuck in and plugged into a group where they're pushing this thought control about you're bringing all the bad things into your life and all the good things. And if you're hanging around with negative people, that also is a type of manifestation because apparently something rubs off on you. So if you're hanging out with unsuccessful people, you too are going to be unsuccessful. So it's about getting the right people in your life. And oh yeah, apparently Jessie Lee Ward is one of those right people. So it sounds exhausting. Kira, what's up? Why does she yell? I think she's trying to have energy in her voice, and for the longest time, she didn't have a microphone. I think she recently got a Rode microphone, which, no shade to Rode, I'm not going to say it. I would have thought she would have gotten a different one, since she specifically is not going to set up her, she doesn't seem to be wanting to set up her space to be able to podcast well. So, but I should explain more that I got a boyfriend like my stepdad. Oh, okay, Mermeow. All right, let's do episode 2. Buckle up.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? It is Jessie
Same
Lee Ward. You can also call me #BossLee or
Much
the
lower.
Mentor. Thank you for listening to episode 23
Ah.
of this podcast. I like hammering these out this year. I tell you what, I declared I would be more consistent with this. And I don't know, y'all. It might happen that I just start popping these out like, I don't know. What if I do it daily? What you gonna do about it? Anyway, thank you for listening to
Jessie Lee Ward's podcast is about Jessie Lee, how she's an incredible business person, entrepreneur, how she can manifest everything, and she can teach you how to manifest too, how to do, she gives incredible business tips, and I'm rolling my eyes because I don't know. It's frustrating to listen to, but the reason we started reviewing it all those months ago was because it directly contradicts things that she has said in 2022 and 2021. So I like the fact that she can debunk herself, and so we've been listening to it and reacting to it. So it's kind of a stressful moment, and it's always it feels like a game of like roulette to see like where the volume's going to be, because we have it almost on 0 on my board. So, oh man, I'm sold. Ooh.
Today, I'm going to give you some of my favorite tips for staying motivated while you work at home, because I know a lot of you are entrepreneurs. I know a lot of you are running at-home businesses, even if it is part-time. And I want to give you some help, people. Now remember,
And she yells at us a lot. I forgot that.
You tag me on Instagram or Facebook. I comment on all of them. I repost a ton of them in my story if you're looking for some Instagram engagement with some of our amazing followers. And make sure you do follow me on Instagram at IMBOSSLEE. Facebook, I'm just Jessie Lee Ward. And I'm really fast, y'all. So if you're trying to make a friend, that would be me. Shoot me a DM. I always respond to everyone.
I think Fizzlesticks, that the whole fake it till you make it is acting the part so that people trust you before you necessarily have the credibility for them to be able to actually trust you and want to do business with you. I think they're trying to build up beef up your confidence so that your sales pitches come across better. That's a good point that you're making. But I think, I don't know, it's twisty. It doesn't really flesh out when you start to logically like unpack it. And the people who are so adamant about manifestation, it sometimes feels like a losing argument, because there doesn't seem to be a discourse that people of differing opinions can have, because they're very like sold out to the idea that manifestation is great for everyone. And I hate the idea of manifestation only because of, if manifestation again it works in all cases, then how is that for people who get sick or people who are the victims of horrific crimes? How does that work for them? You know? And it doesn't, because people do not ask that into their lives.
So, with that said, I'm actually going to jump in with the fan of the week right away. If you don't know how to become the fan of the week, all I need you to do is, after you're done listening to this, shouting out, whatever, go over to iTunes and give me a review. Write a review, and we'll see if you're the fan of the week. And let's go. So I am going to go ahead and give the shout out for the fan of the week to, I think it's supposed to be Jelly Bean's mom, but it's spelled Jeall. So Jelly Bean's mom? Anyway, it says, are you listening? Yes, girl. I have followed Jessie Lee's journey for a while and am always empowered by her positivity and passion for life. And she surrounds herself with the same. Thank you for speaking life and abundance into my life and clearly showing the way. You are a complete rock star and inspirational. Oh, and a fab dog mom too. Look, y'all already knew. You start talking about my dog parenting, you might become fan of the week. All right, y'all, I'm also going to start doing giveaways, so make sure you're engaging on my Instagram posts, and I will give more directive on that on the upcoming episode of The People's Mentor. So let's jump right in. Some tips for staying motivated as a work-at-home human. All right, listen. I love being an entrepreneur. I love working from home. It's like a dream come true. I don't have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning anymore, drive down 15, go to the pathology lab, clock in, spend 10 hours there, sit in traffic, all this stuff. I get it, all right? So it's like your dreams have come true, right? You're your own boss, you're working from home, it's your own time, it's your own schedule, it's what you feel like working and wearing. You work.
You don't have a 401k, you don't have insurance, you don't have paid time off, you don't have sick days. I mean, we can go both ways, Jessie Lee Ward. There's positives and negatives for both. So again, it would be different if people who were pro multi-level marketing would say there's a lot of positives and negatives with being in a multi-level marketing company. And here's some of the positives and here's some of the negatives. We don't get paid time off. We don't get sick days. We don't have insurance that is paid for by our company because we're independent contractors. And we only get paid if someone buys something from the company with our number associated with it. That would be different. The way she talks does not work with my inattention. Yeah, it doesn't work with mine. And the lilting, it is hard for me to stay focused when I'm listening to her as well. And the yelling with my, if some sounds are in certain, being said certain ways, I'm like, I'm tuning out. I can't help it.
Work your own hours. You get to pick how much you feel like working. You get to decide who you're going to work with, who you're going to recruit. You get to set your own standards, your ethics, your team culture, etc. I get it, y'all. Working from home definitely has its benefits, but I'm telling you, y'all, if you are not self-disciplined, you are probably picking up on some bad habits, and it is time to screenshot this podcast and share with your friends, okay? Because y'all already know there's no elevator to success. Don't we wish there were? You got to take the stairs. You got to take the hard way, all right? So sometimes people hate the word discipline, right? But I think it's because it's got this negative connotation, like it's going to be some kind of punishment to get work done, etc. But I'm going to tell you, there is freedom in discipline. There is so much freedom in discipline. You will be so much more relaxed if you are disciplined about your behavior working from home. It is the foundation of your business. If you are not disciplined, you are building an unstable business, and you're going to be one of those people who has to change businesses every 6 months. It's like you change a business every time you change your flipping underwear. Y'all know these people. You're laughing out loud right now because you're thinking of a person. Their face is right in you're visualizing them. Right? They don't understand. Oh, I don't know. It was the company's fault. That's why I had to switch businesses. It wasn't my fault. Maybe you didn't build a strong foundation. So yes, friends, you're going to need to put in the hours. Yes, the dedication. Yes, the discipline, especially if you want to stay competitive and stay at the top of your game. And I know all your...
And again, I think to try to be somewhat fair, I think she's trying to speak with energy and charisma and trying to add interest to how she is speaking. While it is maybe irritating to me, I think that it's a technique. I don't know if she's fully grasped how to do it. And obviously I'm super I'm pretty mellow. I'm not super energetic in terms of bringing a lot of energy to the stream, I guess, but I don't know. I think she's trying to do something. I think that it would be more effective if she took a class on public speaking or even radio broadcasting, or even, I don't know where you would learn that. Maybe in a college class. I think it would benefit her, since she does so much public speaking now, and she does so many podcasts. I don't know. I think different strokes for different folks, but I think she could be more effective if she got a microphone and wasn't all over the place with what she's saying. I don't know. You know, like when you're scrolling through the news feed and one of your lives comes up and your volume is on and she's loud like that. Yeah. Yep. All right, where is my mouse? Oh no. Oops. My monitor just disconnected. Hold on. Display settings. Sorry. We're back. All right.
All y'all want to be at the top of your game, whatever that looks like to you. Maybe you don't want to be a millionaire, but you want to be the top of your own personal game. So let's go. So here are some tips that I know will positively impact your productivity. Certainly your revenue if you're trying to make some more dollars, pesos, yen, euros, whatever, dinero, to help give you an edge. All right. First of all, listen, I get it. You're an entrepreneur now. You work from home now.
The cars in the background.
You're going to sleep in, aren't you? No! You're going to wake up early. You're going to get to work on time. I get it. Your office is 3 steps away. You still need to make that transition from home to office, okay? Be on time for yourself because the only person you really need to show up for is yourself. Those of you who lack self-confidence, I should really do a whole podcast on this, but those of you who lack self-confidence, I promise you it's because you have conditioned your brain to thinking that you are unreliable. If you start showing up on time for yourself, setting the alarm to wake up for yourself, I promise you, you will start becoming more confident.
It's not necessarily bad advice that she's giving. I don't know if it's necessarily unique and doesn't need to be in a podcast. I'm not saying that people can't have podcasts. I'm saying we've listened to 20, we're on the 23rd episode of this podcast, and there hasn't necessarily been anything original. I'm not saying I'm creating original stuff. I'm saying as we're listening to this, where is the original, dynamic, interesting content that would set her podcast apart from other people's podcasts? Because I've heard for years and years and years that people have gotten so much value from her podcast that her podcast was a business game changer for them. And I thought maybe we would have at least heard one episode so far that was dynamic and life-changing, or there were glimmers of something incredible coming in the future. Maybe that happens later on, but I've got questions that people are just blowing smoke and trying to get into her good graces in terms of saying something nice so that she feels good about herself when the content isn't there to, I don't know. Okay, let me really quickly, I need to get a drink. I'm going to do the be right back deal up, and I'll be right back.
Confident in your behavior because you start teaching your brain that you are a reliable person. So these late starts in the day, they can quickly become bad habits, reducing your ability to take care of yourself, take care of your team, take care of your work, take care of your business, okay? Routine, discipline, your best friend, I'm telling you. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not like a 5 a.m. girl. I know I said, wake up early. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, Jessie Lee Ward must be waking up at 4 a.m. Jessie Lee does not wake up at 4 a.m. My alarm goes off at 8 if I do not wake up before 8. I'm up at 8. I'm doing things at 8. I'm not up at 4. That's ridiculous. I do work late into the night as well. So 8 a.m. is fine for me. For me, that's standard business hours. My office just happens to be much closer than your office if you still work at an office. So up and at 'em, friends! Okay? Can we be up and at 'em? If that's a good one for you, if you know you need to work on that, why don't you screenshot this and put it in your Instagram story and tag me so I can find you and repost. All right. My next tip is, I know it's going to sound weird, but you've got to get dressed. And I'm not going to say, oh, you got to get dressed for 6 o'clock. All right, look, no, I'm not telling you that every day you need to beat a face. I'm not telling you every day you need to put on like a business suit and look like Hillary Clinton and like walk to your, at-home office 3 steps away. No, I am saying get out of bed and don't start work in your pajamas. Some of you sleep in the nude too. You should, that's silly, okay? Don't be that person. Don't go to work in PJs. It might just be your nice leggings. It might just be your nice leggings and a shirt that says girls can or something across the top. I don't know, whatever, okay? Or, a business shirt, or I don't care. But get up, take a shower, man. Like, brush your teeth, wash your face. Like, do things that make you feel like you are alive. Get that routine going, right? Face the new day clean and fresh. Like I said, you don't need to be putting on business suits, okay? Boys, you don't need to be putting on your pinstripe suits. Anyone wear those anymore? But you need to be wearing something functional that is not what you slept in. I'm telling you, okay? And if you're someone who needs to take this to the next level, put your clothes on, wash your face, brush your teeth, wipe your butt, whatever. Go out to your car, sit in your driveway, turn the car on, turn the car off, walk back inside. Now you got to work. I know it sounds crazy, but so much of working from home and staying disciplined absolutely is getting your mind set in the place where you feel like you've gone to work, okay? Next, you've got to have a schedule for your goals, and you've got to stick.
Okay, I don't know what she said. I'm just going to come back in. I didn't realize I was still playing. Yes, it does start to blend together. Oh, Kira. Oh my God.
Stick to it. If you're setting these fake goals and then you are constantly not hitting them, you are setting your brain up for a lack of confidence, because you can't keep setting goals and giving up on yourself, and setting goals and giving up on yourself, and setting goals and giving up on yourself, and setting goals and giving up on yourself. No! Declare what your goal is. Y'all have done podcasts on goal setting, so follow those podcasts, re-listen to them, whatever. But really work towards them, okay? Your schedule is the map of your business objectives for the week, month, year, life, okay? Yeah, it's open to negotiation because you work at home, but you should at least have some kind of framework in place for your entire work.
I would love Kira to have a podcast, because anytime, like, I think, Kira, you've been able to come on one of my streams with Kat one time, and that was incredible. And I know you've been on other big podcasts, and like, you're always so wise and articulate, and it's always good. Like a real podcast, not a pseudo coaching side hustle podcast to feed people into your multi-level marketing company.
Work output. Set specific, manageable daily tasks that you can accomplish. And I don't want a list of 80 things. I want 5 things a day. That's it. Accomplish 5 things a day. That way you're not rolling over unfinished tasks to the next day, freaking out, playing catch up, feeling stressed out, feeling fatigued, feeling overwhelmed. 5 things. I'm telling you, if you do 5 things a day, this is Andy Frisella's thing, man.
Oh, no.
Do that power list. 5 things a day. If you do that and you set those standard business hours and you have that structure, you will strengthen your self-discipline and your self-confidence. If you set weekly goals, if you set monthly goals, you will notice you are going to start reaching your short and long-term goals much quicker. Okay? So start challenging yourself to work as much as you can in a week without burning out. As soon as you start feeling burnout and anxiety and depression and all of these things, this is dangerous, guys. So challenge yourself to work as much as you can within reason, where you stretch yourself, yet you feel accomplished. All right? Are you getting value? Let me know if you're getting value, okay?
How?
All right, my next tip for stay-at-home humans is you gotta be focused.
She's saying, let me know when you get value, because she's recording this on a video and must be alive. It must be alive.
Focused. Oh my Lord have mercy. I'm so concerned with some of you, because I see how much time you spend on social media, and y'all know I love me some social media, but you got to get off your social media. Get off your phone. Quit scrolling. Quit responding to every notification beep as if it's bringing you a surge of clientele, because it isn't. Finish the task you are working on, then go to your phone, okay? If I happen to respond to you wicked fast, it's because you happen to be you happen to message me right after I finish a task. If I'm scrolling on my phone, I'm scrolling and responding and scrolling and responding and scrolling and responding. I'm never sitting there scrolling and stalking and scrolling and stalking and scrolling and stalking like most of you are. So
we're not stalking.
If you suddenly get that urge to go make yourself, some kind of caffeinated beverage or get yourself a snack, no, it's not snack time. Finish your tasks, then reward yourself later. Finish your tasks.
Food is not a reward or a negative to be
Finish
withheld.
Your tasks,
Damn.
then reward yourself later. Because what happens when we work at home a lot that I notice is you start finding things that are avoidance behaviors, right? Like instead of working your business, you'll look around your house, like you look up from what you're doing right now, right? You'll look around and go, oh, I see a shaker bottle on that little stand over there. Let me go ahead and go grab that shaker bottle. Let me put that away. Oh, look what else is on the counter. I see 2 empty cans of San Pellegrino. Let me go ahead and recycle those. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, I see some doggy toys outside. You start finding all these other things. Next thing you know, oh, look at Kumba over there. Him sleeping. Oh, you heard his name. Oops. Like you start doing all these other things of avoidance behavior. So don't do that. Finish your tasks. Stay focused. Then reward yourself later. Okay? All right. My next tip to help you guys out is get out of the house, especially if you have.
Look, she does these in one take, okay? So let's say we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's incredible that she repeats every single video on every single platform. When why don't you just take the video, your live video, and hire a sound producer for your podcast? And get them to take out the background noise, the sniffs, the weird pauses, the misspeaks, so that it's actually a better listening experience on your podcast. I don't know why she doesn't do that. I don't get it. Yeah, everyone take a deep breath. We're almost done with this.
If you have work ethic, anything like mine, you'll wake up at 8, you'll work 8 till 1 in the morning straight, and you might start burning out. So get out of the house. Even if it's every day, you need to schedule something in the afternoon to go out and do. Maybe it's you set a gym time every day to get out of your house and do that. For me, like I schedule my blowouts in the middle of the afternoon, so I'm forced to get out of the house. Vet appointments, middle of the day. Get out of the house. You've got to take these breaks. So stay focused, but take breaks. You are not under house arrest, okay? I don't want you to feel like you're living in a prison of your own making, right? You can
I haven't listened to it yet, Shadow. I'm scared.
Leave, and you should. Take your dogs for a walk. Take yourself for a walk. Go to the gym. Meet a friend for lunch. Prospect at a Panera. Whatever.
Prospect at a Panera.
It's not only good for your health, but it's great for your sanity, right? Because you need to remember that you are living a life of design that you're designing. If you are setting yourself up for a prison sentence of a lifestyle, you might burn out quicker, okay? My next tip, and I didn't realize how serious this was until I moved myself down to Texas. I got myself an area of flow, and I set myself a work setting, all right? Work is something that is bright. You got a lot of natural lighting maybe, something that makes you feel good in your home office. I would tell you, set aside the nursery, set aside the kids' bedroom project, set aside whatever. Make your work area somewhere you want to be, okay? This is important. And I think you should keep your bedroom separate from your office. By the way, it's a tax deduction. But make a dedicated workspace for yourself. I'm telling you, it's a space you're going to spend a lot of your time. So choose wisely and make it somewhere you want to be. I do work a lot in my kitchen, but my kitchen is a very bright, high ceiling, open, light blue walls, tons and tons of natural light, floor to ceiling windows on 2 of the entire walls. It's an open space. There's a fireplace in it. It's got motivational stuff on one wall. My floor plan is very open and it's inviting. Like, I feel good where I'm working. My office space is a very large, open office space upstairs. It's a built-in, it's got a chandelier, it's very feminine, there's motivational stuff all around me. Again, floor-to-ceiling windows down a wall. Like, you've got to put it somewhere that you want to be. I think this is super important if you're working from home, okay? Next tip, and I hope you really, really write this down, is please keep personally developing. Some of you, man, I'm telling you.
Here's the
Anytime I look at
problem.
myself, I'll throw myself on the sword.
Here's a problem with personal development. In personal development within a MLM. When you finish a book or when you make those wins for your like growth as a human and being better able to handle stressors, I don't know, whatever those personal development like markers are, you feel those are wins, and when you do them inside an MLM, you associate those wins with the multi-level marketing company, even though your MLM association could be having a huge negative impact on your life as a whole. So all of a sudden the waters get murky because you're winning and growing as a person. Now, do you need to do some of that while you're in a job? Sure, I get that, but I don't, the way they push that, it seems like it really like extends the stay of people in MLMs when maybe they would have left earlier on if the personal development hadn't been pushed. She talks about a past BF in her current one. Oh boy, Shadow. Oh boy. No, why is this doing this? Sorry, my cord must be broken. All right.
Anytime I look at stalls in my business or plateaus in my business, it's when I start getting so busy that I stop developing every single day. So take a lesson out of my book where I've screwed up and up-level yourself. Keep challenging yourself to learn. Take at least an hour a day to learn something new that will enhance your work. I'm telling you. Find a podcast you love. Find audibles you love. Listen to something. Watch people's Facebook Lives. Find events to go to. Read a book. Do something. You need to keep getting better. You need to keep leveling up your skills. And when you do this, your business will thank you. I also highly encourage keeping yourself aware of newest trends in your industry, things that will keep you competitive. People ask me all the time, Jessie Lee, how are you always innovating in network marketing? Why can nobody catch you? Nobody can catch me in network marketing because I don't listen to other network marketers. I don't even follow them. Like other top network marketers, I love you. We might be homies. You might listen to my podcast. I don't follow you. And the reason I don't is because I look for very innovative people.
We have about 20 minutes left of this one.
Multi-millionaires and billionaires that are outside of network marketing, but just in the business world. And I take what they do and I apply them to my network marketing business. And that's how I've continued to innovate. That's how I've kept our teams at the forefront of everything. That's how I've been able to build multi-million-dollar monthly businesses without trying to steal from people, without poaching from other companies, without raiding other companies, without doing anything. Okay? Like, how many network marketers do you know who podcast? You don't. You probably follow other network marketers or network marketing coaches, but you don't follow other network marketers because they don't podcast. But billionaires podcast. But people who are making, that have businesses that do $100 million a year are podcasting.
Oh, that's why.
Let's do the math, okay? All right, so study is basically my topic. But don't just study. So maybe schedule that into your day when you're going to personally develop, okay? I love personally developing when I'm cooking, when I'm cleaning, when I'm walking the dogs, when I'm headed to the gym, when I am doing the Stairmaster upstairs, whatever. I like stuff like that, okay? All right, my next tip for you guys is watch your stress levels, okay? Being your own boss, 100% stressful career path, to say the least, okay? Because I get it. We have ebbs and flows. We have different business seasons. We all work on a cycle of ups, downs, ups, downs, ups, downs. Try to ensure your stress levels aren't getting in the way, all right? So stick to your schedule. Do your best to solve new and unexpected problems. Don't let stress get to you. And realize that success takes patience. Success takes patience. And when you feel yourself, your stress level starting to rise, have somebody who will tell you, like, yo, Jessie Lee, like, you might need to take a trip somewhere. And it's not that I don't.
So this is from 2019 in January, and we've heard many stories, lives, just posted videos where she has said she wants to work all the time. She doesn't want to go like out to brunch. She doesn't want to like waste time hanging out. And maybe obviously she's changed this year. But that contradicts with what she's saying here. That someone could have spoken up and said, hey, you need to take a trip. Hey, why don't you take a break? Hey, why don't you relax? When she has said, I don't know how many times, a countless number of times that this is a period in her life where she can go all out, work harder than everybody, and move her business down the field. I can't be the only one that remembered her saying that. I can't.
I don't work on vacation, but y'all know I just went to Maui for 7 days, and I planned that trip 3 days before we left. Like, I needed to go and just change my environment. I could feel my blood pressure rising. I could feel myself getting stressed out. I could feel myself getting overwhelmed. We were having our biggest month ever. I was having a huge personal month. Like, everything was going nuts in the best way possible, but I felt myself burning out in my environment. So what did I do? Booked a flight, went to Maui, 8 days in Maui, still worked every single day, still accomplished everything every single day, didn't cancel a single business call, didn't cancel a single Zoom, didn't cancel a single training, didn't stop my sales, still sold trials, still sold on my website, still broke company records. I mean, like, I'm telling you, it didn't matter where my environment was because my schedule is so intact, but changing that environment and watching my stress level so that I can perform at a higher level for an organization that deserves the best version of me, very important, especially as you start stepping into leadership roles, okay? My next tip is socialize well with others, because sometimes working from home, you're literally like a Larry Loner, right? Like
a Larry Loner or Larry Loser. That is what, especially if she said it earlier in the last podcast. She brought up Larry Loser. We know who she's described as being a Larry Loser, and now she's talking about Larry Loner. Okay, great.
If you're single as a Pringle, like, I live alone, guys. Like, I don't have a man who lives with me. I don't have a woman who lives with me. I ain't got no peoples. I got 2 dogs. So you can sometimes lead, that can sometimes lead to a feeling of isolation or loneliness. You don't have coworkers anymore, right?
Sure.
So you might be like, I'm so glad that I didn't have, but look, you might find yourself missing playful banter that you have, in an office setting. So basic social interaction, I think, is super important. I think it's important to go out and talk to other human beings. I think it's important to find, local events. I think it's important to find meetups. I think it's important to find networking events. I think it's important to maybe
not to recruit
go to
from,
the
though.
gym at the exact same time every single day so the same people start seeing you, right?
Come on.
Get some interaction in your life. It'll also help you probably recruit and find people to sell to. Because again, you're socializing. So it will do wonders, I think, for your psyche and for your productivity to stay around people and to stay socialized. So, write that one down for sure.
Write that one down for sure.
And then my last tip, and I'm gonna let y'all go, but if you got value, this is free 99. I need you to screenshot this. I need you to share with a friend. I need you to get the information out there. I need you to review it, write a review. You might be fan of the week next week. My next tip, my final tip, I hope y'all are getting value from the People's Mentor, is you gotta find time for outsourcing other duties you don't feel like doing. So identify things that you keep pushing off. This has been huge for me. I don't like doing billing stuff. I don't like doing shipping stuff. I don't like doing little analytical tasks. I don't like dealing with technology. I don't like dealing with taxes. I don't like dealing with a lot of office management crud, okay? So I outsource this. If you know what your weaknesses are, quit trying to make them your strengths, okay? For serious, all right? So if you know you're bad at cleaning your house and it takes you 10 hours to clean your house when it would take somebody else $50 an hour, hire it out. You're literally losing money by not doing so, okay? So I highly suggest you find those duties you know you won't do and you outsource them to allow you to spend time doing the things that you really need to keep your hands on. This is really gonna help your at-home business. I'm gonna leave you with a John D. Rockefeller quote. He says, I do not think there is any other quality so essential to success of any kind as the quality of perseverance. It overcomes almost everything, even nature. So you know what, guys? Yep, it might be hard. Yep, it might be inconvenient. Yep, it might be hard.
How is she ending this? She has 15 minutes left to talk, and she's ending the podcast. Did she forget to cut it?
harder and pay you slower than working at an office job right now that you could go get. But is it the most fulfilling, most motivational, most awesome feeling when you succeed at your at-home business? Yes. So go out there, stay motivated, stay consistent, take those 10 tips and go, go, go. I hope you'll have an amazing day. I hope I provided some content and value for you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The People's Mentor. My name is Jessie Lee. You can also call me #BossLee, and I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Have a good one, guys. Until next time. Hello, everybody. It is Jessie Lee. You can also call me #BossLee or The People's Mentor, and I don't know why I'm already recording another podcast.
She forgot to cut it. Oh my god, is it this one?
Hello, everybody. It is Jessie.
Look, I'm going to be a little snarky. I can't help it. The next podcast is on the previous podcast. So there's 15 minutes left, and she's forgot to cut it up and put it to the next one. Even though she did cut it up eventually, she didn't take it off the last one. Oh, what did we just listen to? Oh my Lanta. Well, this is new for me. I'm done in 1 hour and 12 minutes, and I think that this is I don't know. I need to make a better intro. Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Here's why it is irritating. She has said she's selling this elite course that's going to have original content. It's going to be nothing that the world's ever seen. She's kind of claimed that she is a disruptor in the industry, that she is better than everybody else, and she's going to teach other people how to have that level of execution that they're not learning in any other group or any other company. And yet we see like a very subpar execution. And again, I'm saying this under the umbrella that she has the finances to be able to do this. We know that because she sued one of her photographers for not completing his contract, her $30,000 contract. And we don't see that. We don't see that level of execution, that level of excellence in her podcast. Or, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And I'm not trying to say all for $9.97. Yep. I've got questions. Better than everybody else is yet to be seen. And so here's the thing. Where's the evidence to prove that point? Now, if I would give her some level of kudos if she had brought someone on her team up to that $1 million a month, whatever line she has to cross to become the top rank and prove it. I don't know if she's gotten there yet. I know she's slaying this competition, this trip competition they're doing at Prove It, where she's outperforming the person below her by like 2,000 or 2,500 tokens. I don't know. It seems like there has to be some actual evidence to support what you're saying. Especially if you're putting a big price tag on it for today. So, as a wrap up, I don't even know how to close this out, but I think it's important. We're reviewing Jessie Lee Ward's podcast because she has said many, many things on her podcast that directly contradict what she has said and done recently in 2022 and 2021. And I think it's valuable that we show her own words in contrast of what she's doing today. We're on next week. We're going to do episode 25 and 26. No, episode 24 and 25. Harper said, what did Harper say? Do you remember when she stopped giving her trainings because there weren't enough people? I think that was on purpose to make time for her course. I do too. And again, that's another contradiction because she has said in the past that she is the team that is known for actual training and giving good trainings for the people who are associated with them. It is the differentiator that she offers above any other network marketer. And yet, she has got it into her head after this $100 million mastery, whatever she's been a part of, that her time is worth more. Okay, that's fine, but what about all the people who joined you for those incredible trainings? How do you fulfill on those sales pitches that you gave to get people to sign up on your team? And now there's not as many trainings at all. I mean, are you still going to fulfill those verbal agreements that, hey, you're going to get trained by me and by the other like leaders on my team? I don't see how she can really follow through on those promises. And now she's charging so that other people can get to them. And even still, people in Prove It are not allowed to buy these trainings from her. That's in the contract. I know that they were going back and forth, I think a little over a year between her and Prove It to try to make it where she could sell the trainings to people and Prove It. She spent over $100,000 on 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐔𝐿𝐒𝐄𝐏. In addition to the $100 million mastermind? To get him to speak at her training? What happened to Eric? I think she's still, I think she's trying to distance herself a little bit from him because she's trying to create her own brand for training. She's done his $25,000 a year training. She's done, for years, she's done that. The special elite one with Eric Worre. And then she did the $100 million mastermind. That's $100,000 per person and only 100 people, or is it? I don't know. It's something having to do with $100,000. There's a limited number of people who can join. They fly all over the United States to go to these conventions and get motivated and hyped together, and they can be around each other, all of the wealth together. Didn't Eric say he thought MLMs were stupid? I don't know. I'd have to go back. Eric Worre? I hope he didn't say that. Because he makes a lot of money off of MLM people. Maybe he did say that. I've been a little bit out of the loop with like trying to keep up with Autumn and Carl and the stock price and all this other shit. She said on her tea time she paid that for 𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐿𝐒𝐄𝐿 training. She's going to Palm Springs in December. Oh my gosh, I have to listen to this then. Okay. Well, I'm going to go listen to that. I'm probably going to play Dreamlight Valley later. I know some of y'all hate that. I don't. It's just an outlet for me, and I only play it while I'm streaming. So, hope y'all have a good evening. Thanks so much for hanging out, and that was Gary V. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll see y'all in the next live stream, and be safe. And see you next time. Stream is ending. Goodbye.